Capricorn, how you doing? Okay, so this is from the 16th until the 31st. Okay, so I've been obviously my brother passed away a few days ago, so I am actually contemplating on a completely new direction in career. So I'm really not sure what I'm going to be doing with tarot. But I have a funeral to pay for, so we're kind of going with the flow at the moment. But what we're going to do is this is called changing lanes. Changing lanes. So we're going to do a spread here, spread here. This is mirroring spread. You can, doesn't always have to pertain to your love life. You know, it can do, but we'll see. But we're changing lanes. So it's going to be you versus them. And then sometimes over on Vimeo, I have done it. I haven't used it that much, but it came out very different where it was connected with different people during soul groups and individual people that were, I don't know, do people still get involved with other people at the same time? I really don't know. I can't work people out, but there you go. So let's see Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus from now until the end of May. Until the end of May. You versus them. Changing lanes. Change lanes. The stereophonic song is what I'm picking up. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus from now until the... There you go. So you got Gemini and you got the Queen of Swords, this side and that side. So there's changing lanes. So this is a decision. This is a decision. This it's kind of the Garden of Eden, really, the Garden of Eden. So it goes back in time. So it could be someone that you've spent a lot of time with or a time concentrating on because there's love. It's I'm not in love. I won't forget it. It's just a simple phase I'm going through. This one is kind of more of, well, I'm just willing to receive. So this is the receiver. So it's like the receiver of the information. So it's more of a feminine energy, really. Masculine or meat suits, doesn't matter. Soul, it's kind of like I'm willing to accept the truth about a decision or about love. It's kind of, it can be guarded, but it's kind of like this. This is kind of, it can be where you just cut people out. It's just kind of like, well, I'm just cutting people out. I'm going to concentrate more on like the truth, okay, which is, which some people can be guarded. Some people can be guarded. You've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Or it can be the energy that you're portraying or actual star signs. Normally, when these kind of turn up court cards, these are other people that are involved, which can also mean Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and it can be in your chart or other people's chart. But you do have prominent Gemini. But this can be somebody that's only willing to receive the truth. If not, they cut out a decision because you've got decisions. There's two lots of decisions that are to be made. This is more like, because it's to do with truth, so it's more to do with the mind. You know, this can be Gemini Moon is what I used to pick up because of the crown chakra, receiver of information. But it can be either. But this is a person that is like Garden of Eden, so it's kind of like they choose themselves all the time. It was something I wrote in a mirror reflection pool. Sometimes people, when they go in the depths of their emotion, the only person they see in a pool of emotion is themselves. Okay, so but that doesn't have to pertain to any situation. But you've got, let's have a look more on the lovers on this side. But there's kind of love, but there's more analytical approaches to mind. Like I'm more to do with receiving the truth than I am to actually giving anymore. This one is a feminine energy, can be someone that is constantly gives and gives and gives to the point where they reach this state, which is like, well, I'm sick to death of giving and offering love, so I'm now only willing to receive love because I've constantly give. This is like it can be like an imbalance, maybe. An imbalance. Let's have a look more at the lower. So there you go, because somebody is stubborn or stuck or not opening up. This can be somebody that just chooses themselves all the time. It doesn't have to mean Gemini, it's just an energy that's portrayed, or it is. But this is someone that's emotionally blocked, physically blocked. There's too many things in between, so I'm just literally going to concentrate on myself. Which is then it's conflict between, well, separation. If you're not going to give me love or express love, then I'm just going to stay the way I am, which can be parts of ego, because you come from the 3, which is like, you know, it could be heartache and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter about the the actual suit of the card, but you know, Three of Pentacles can be like you've come from the Three of where you've been working. So if it's to do with work, you've come from the Three of Pentacles of collaborating with people, and now it's come to the point where it's kind of like, fuck it, I'm just going to concentrate on my own thing. Yeah, something else I was hearing. I'm trying to think what I was hearing. So if it's to do with work, it's you're just choosing work and that's it, pretty much. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Won't forget it. So it's 10cc I'm picking up. It's just a simple phase I'm going through. Someone won't drop something. Someone won't drop something. Regardless, it feels like someone just won't drop it. It's kind of like, well, I'm not gonna move. I'm not making a move. I'm just gonna remain consistent this way. Or like I'm emotionally blocked, physically blocked, and I've pretty much had enough. So this is someone that's waiting also for the truth. But you've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Earth signs. So we'll look at the Queen of Swords. Because the Garden of Eden, be Gemini, whether it be Gemini or not, the Garden of Eden always spoke about truth and about honesty and about equality of give and take. Okay? So equality of give and take. So this is not equality of give and take. This is just remaining like, well, I'm not giving or take. I'm not giving anything and I'm not receiving anything. I'm just going to remain blocked, guarded, and I'm not giving love. I'm not giving feelings. I'm not giving emotions. I'm just staying that way. Gemini, the energy that's portrayed within that card is decision of giving and receiving and of equality. This is not. So it's like blocked. Love, like my love and my emotions are completely guarded and blocked. This one is like, well, I'm just willing to receive. Like all I want to do is receive. Just receive, take. Because this can be a taker. Because it's the receiver of the energy. So it's like, well, I just overtake. I'm guarded and you're not going to get anywhere. I just want to take. That's the energy that's portraying. This energy here is exactly the same. Well, not. It's kind of a comparison changing lanes where it will probably get more interesting. Because you've got someone that just takes. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or any sign, doesn't matter. Someone that just constantly takes. Love. Like, because love is about feeling, right? Love is feelings, not emotions. Gemini, and the feeling is created by the feeling, okay? Not the emotion, the feeling. So this is someone that just constantly wants to take people's feelings. Feeling, and I'll just take, until they're actually guarded, until they can't take anymore. So you've got a very strange energy around you at the moment, Capricorn. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. We've got two cards. Didn't really want to, but you've got someone's making a judgment call, and you've got Aries. Aries has been popping up a lot in your monthly. I don't know if you guys watched your monthly, but you had a lot of people around you, a lot of opportunities of different people, a lot of endings and a lot of beginnings. I think you had nearly every 10 on the board. And you've got these signs showing up again. These can be different people. You've got, because judgment is like a final judgment. It can be a final judgment. And it could, because it's like two endings of something that you've probably had with someone in the past, like two endings. And it could be an Aries. This Aries in its lowest vibration can be very controlling, which can be just someone that takes. Doesn't have to be an Aries. It can literally be an energy that someone is portraying. If someone doesn't ever portray their true feelings and their thoughts and they're in alignment with the other person, then this can be very controlling, where it's a taker. There's an energy, okay, it's someone that's very stoic. In its lowest vibration, this is very controlling. In this card, it can be either, okay, because it's very slow, so it can mean cardinal sign, okay, so it can also mean yourself, but more of a cardinal sign because it's Aries. So if it's an overall energy, it's a cardinal, very slow, melodical, doesn't express feelings, very slow at actually learning feelings or giving feelings, okay? So it can be someone from your past that you've reconnected with that you made a judgment call on your past at someone that was just take. Okay, this can be someone that owns their own business. As an internal emperor, it would be a CEO, leader, tarot card reader, someone that, but it can also mean war, poverty and greed and all that kind of thing. People that are very stoic, that are just learnt by society to be very structured. This is someone that's very independent but has such a belief system that is independent to themselves, which is parts of society that it builds up. Like can also be wise, but has just learned so much through different forms of different society and different places and different things, different, you know, jobs, places to live, all that kind of stuff. It forms a structure of belief of being stoic. Okay, so you learn by your mistakes, or you learn by the people that you are with. If places and people that you are with are very unrelaxed or very controlling, or your outer environment is very controlling, this is the energy that people portray. Okay, it's because it's what you learn by your environment. Okay, because you have an environment card, which is a calling also. Because you've got two very strange energies of people being stoic. You've got love, which is Gemini, regardless of the sign. You've got like, it's more like choosing. Of kind of like, well, I'm just going to remain the way I am. But you've got, it depends how the changing lanes go. Let's have a look at the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. So you've got Sagittarius or Aries or Leo. So you've got fire sign. You've got a lot of these are two queens, two receivers. So it can be indicative to same sex, male or female, or these are people also, because like I said in the beginning here, these are people that are all up in people's business, all up in people's business. Or they can just literally be parts of your chart too, but normally when, you know, court cards start coming up, it can be court decisions, it can be people that are trying to remain in power, power plays. You've got, you know, the Emperor, who knows what's going to come out through the rest, but so far you've got like power plays and stoic, people that are not expressing feelings, and you've got past judgment calls, you know. When you if you don't learn by your mistakes, which we all have to learn by mistakes, and we have to settle, release and let go, okay, this can be people that just don't let go of things. They don't ever open up. This is someone that just doesn't ever open up also to their feelings and emotions, whether it be Gemini or not, doesn't matter. It can be just someone that doesn't open up to love, because this is about love, okay, so their love is blocked and guarded, and they don't never open up. And then this is also someone that just, it's kind of like mind, like spiritual stuff is blocked, like mind, your chakras are blocked. Someone's spiritual chakras are blocked, because Sagittarian energy is mutable, so you are contracting bad energy on picking up, regardless. Just as an individual sign, you are contracting. Oh, I just had. Oh, no, we won't go down that route. You are contracting like stuck energy. You've got a lot of stuck energy. Your environment in general, Capricorn, you've got a lot of stuck energy. These can be people that are around your work situation, and people around you that have probably kept, well, it's always about you, it's never about anybody else, you know. You've got people around you that you probably portrayed that to be stuck in their own way, but, you know, you create your environment as your environment creates you, because it was all drawn from the loin and the earth of God. Gemini, you know, the Garden of Eden, God created earth as he created everybody in a sacrifice, so it was all created from one energy. So majority of the time, when we're blocked, we'd feel and we'd think that everybody else is blocked and guarded, and that sometimes we can think as human beings that we're higher or mightier than anybody else. So that's why power plays come into a lesson and a form of a lesson, because it's not the world that's out of control, it's literally us as an individual. So when people, and you have a lot of power plays around you, if you do have power plays, okay, that's a sign itself. The people are trying to show and tell you something. They're trying to show and tell that there is something, regardless, that is in between you and opening yourself up, because you are contracted with bad energy. With bad energy. Because your outer environment, regardless, seems where people are always very stuck. If they're always very stuck in their way, that's because you are. It's always about you. Sorry, Capricorn, but that's everybody and every sign in general, cross-watchers. Because sometimes people don't never finish things, which is why a judgment call. Because this is, like I said, also someone that just constantly takes. Take. I never give. So you probably feel as an energy where just everybody is always out to get me, because all they want is for me to give. Or you're over giving or over receiving. The general message of the first card out was Gemini, right? Regardless, as an energy, it's about equality. Give and take. And this is not equality of give and take, you know. At the moment, it's very much of a power play. Because this can be someone that thinks, or that they are, is over-nurturing. You know, because it's like the child here is like... Let me see. I haven't really looked at these cards properly. Yeah, feeding. Sorry, I've seen it. The food, the basket of fruit, it's kind of like feeding, like a feeder. Someone that feeds. Feed me. Feed me more power. Feed me more. You know, like I want to be empowered. Sorry, I'm just picking up on the... I want to be empowered, okay, and I want to be queen, pretty much. I want to be queen. So I have someone that I want someone to feed me attention. But it doesn't matter, forget who these children or whatever, but someone wants attention and to be fed power, to remain stoic and above. This here in Pikmin is actually higher than the queen that's behind. So you could be dealing with two lots of fire signs, and one that is very stoic, and one that's turned their back on another, or it's to do with children, or it's to do with someone that's taking energy, feeding it, like draining. Could be like a draining energy, because they're remaining stuck, and it feels, you constantly feel like, well, okay, well, I'm just like feel drained. Well, that's because you're stuck, you're blocked. It's no one ever, you know, it's everybody individual. You know, you have your individual lessons, because these are lessons here, and this can be where someone just never ends anything because they want to always remain in power, because it's making a judgment call on something that's just completely stuck, which is like Aries energy. Yeah, so I'm going to continue the reading over on Vimeo, okay? So it's called Changing Lanes. And now I really don't know, and it's really not very expensive. It's like £3. It's part of 2 pints of milk if you're interested. All the questions that I will ask, everything's been put in the description, along with personal reading prices and everything else, and questions that I will ask or may ask. It's all been updated in the bio box below for you to have a look at if you're interested before you go over to Vimeo. It's literally like £3 or something, £2.50 or £3, something like that, which is like $3 or something. Okay, but I'm doing Changing Lanes. So what I've only done it once or twice, but I'll continue with this reading here and then clarify some stuff. But then Changing Lanes is more about what's coming in between things. Now, if you're indicative to someone making a decision over you, and you're contracted with different parts of soul groups, and you're, well, I don't know, if people are interested in more than one people, then that's your own karma. But if they are, you know, I don't know if you're interested in Sagittarian energy, but because that's here maybe, and the Sagittarian energy was where I first did that, and that was confusing, but it was Changing Lanes, where it was like what's coming in between was a fucking lot of people involved. Okay, so what's in between, it told me stories of that what's probably going on with another person, you know, and sometimes it related to moon signs, rising signs and all that, but it is in the description. But it was very interesting of changing lanes because it told me a lot using these cards. So if you're interested in that and thoughts and feelings, all that kind of stuff, whatever happens in that reading, because I haven't done it yet, 2002 on the clock. If you're interested in that, that is in your bi-weekly folder, okay? Along with everything else in the description. Okay, Capricorn, peace.